Today we're going to talk about why it's okay to post about your church's events on social media and the church's social media page. Hey heroes, my name is Tom Pounder and this is the Digital in 5 show. This is the show where I take 5 minutes to talk about digital tools and trends and how they apply into our ministry context. And the reality is that social media is social ministry. There's so much ministry opportunity that can happen on social media. And for the longest time, we've been ingrained by church communication experts. Social media is social ministry. It's not about events or posting your events or information. And you have to do ministry there, not post about your events. And that is true. But it's not just this or that. It's not a black or white issue where you have to just do all ministry and not post about events. It is actually okay and strongly encouraged for you to post about your events on social media. And why is that? Well, for starters, it's because when someone is checking out your church or your ministry, they're going to look at two places. One is they're going to look at your website. So you need to make sure that your website is fully updated and it's got all the correct information, including your social media links on there. But then they're also going to look at your social media platforms. Like, what are you posting about? What's going on at your church? What kind of things do you post about? What do you encourage? How do you encourage? What does your church service look like? They look on your website and then they look on social media. And so when they look on social media, it's good to have ministry things going on. And how can we pray for you? How can we encourage you? Post a Bible verse, post a devotional, post some sermon clips, post some worship. And that's great. You need to do that. But it's okay to post about events. In fact, Facebook wants you to post about events because they created Facebook events years ago. And so you can create an event on Facebook highlighting something that's happening in your church. And when you do that on Facebook, guess what? Facebook likes that and they want to promote it. So they share it out with other people and they make it a part of other people's algorithms. But the reality is people want to know information about your church. They want to know what's happening. And if you don't have any events happening on your social media platforms, then people aren't going to know. And again, that's one of the two biggest places they check out before they come into your church building. They check out your website and they check out your social media. So I want to encourage you today. It's okay to post about events. Now, don't post every post about an event coming up. You want to do ministry on social media. You need to do ministry on social media. But you also need to be posting about events. And when you post about events, make sure you have all the correct information. Make sure you have a great image that attracts people. Make sure you have the great description of what it's about and who's it for, the timing, the end time. Make sure you have the correct dates on there as well. Make sure you just have all the correct information, but share about events on social media. You don't need to be guilted to say, oh, you can't post about events. You need to be doing ministry. But the reality is it's okay to post about events on your social media platforms. So it's a simple little encouragement, but it's a good reminder for all of us that it's okay to do that. All right, so that's what I think. What do you think? Definitely put it in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Why it's okay, or maybe why it's not okay for you to post about events on social media. Again, put it in the comment section below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. @TAPounder is my Twitter handle. I would love to talk to you a little bit more about that as well. All right, heroes. Well, thanks so much for being with me today in this Digital in 5 show. As always, you can subscribe to it. This is on YouTube, the Digital Bootcamp Facebook group. This is on tompounder.com. It's also on iTunes and Spotify. So click the show notes, subscribe to it, whatever platform you're watching or listening to this in. And again, make sure you go to tompounder.com where I've got all my other content as well, the different blogging, coaching, ebooks on there as well. So go to tompounder.com. All right, heroes, well, I hope you have a great rest of your week. And until next time, have a great one.